Welcome all guests tonight. This is a special opportunity for us to celebrate the 2020 District-Wide Meritorious Service Award. I know you think I'm crazy, but it is 2020. So we are going to start out tonight. But as you can see, Marla has prepared a slide that says, "Nothing can dim the light that shines from within." You are all amazing. So Mr. Dingus, will you please start?
All right. I'm going to start with a meritorious service nomination in the classified category. Ned Bowen from Transportation, on there earlier. And I'm going to read the nomination form, which I think we're all going to be doing. Mr. Ned has been the bus driver for both our son when he was at Green Acres Middle School and now for our daughter as a sixth grader. He is the bus driver for Route 235. He is fantastic at what he does and we appreciate him. Every morning he has a kind word for each of his students and a friendly wave for the parents. In the past, he contributed to making our stop safer by reporting the need for a bus stop ahead sign. He engages the kids on their daily ride, which is longer than most due to the route, and even trains other drivers. He is also a safe driver that honks at other drivers if they're not respecting the importance of who is on the bus. We know our children are safe when they sit down on a bus driven by Mr. Ned. Our route is a snow route, which also presents unique challenges when we receive measurable snowfall. Mr. Ned's calmness, kindness, and safety is a constant no matter the weather. We greatly appreciate him. And he was nominated by obviously the parents of some of his writers. So thank you, Mr. Bowen, for your work. No. Oh, I think you're on mute.
Is that working now? Does that works? You guys can hear me? Thank you. Now you guys got muted, I guess. Oh, okay, this is, yeah, it's all good. Thank you very much. I thoroughly enjoy what I do. The kids make it the best every day. There's no doubt about it. I like the pictures you've got. That was during the food program, but starting a year ago now on the 15th, I guess it was. So very cool. And I found this in my mailbox today. So thank you for that. I'm going to try and put it on the front of bus 93 as a hood ornament. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Cindy, could you proceed next?
Thank you for this opportunity. I have the honor of naming the Meritorious Service Award to a team. This wonderful team is at Broadway Elementary School. It is their behavior response team. That team is made up of Deanna Allen, Lynn Hutchins, Alicia Johnston, and Mary Birkenbuell. Pardon me, Mary. Their nominator says, this team is unique because it is a mix of classified and certificated staff, and together they have one of the hardest jobs in the district. They're the first responders when anyone calls for assistance with a student. They may find themselves walking into a situation which is guaranteed to be highly emotional, but it can also be dangerous, and it requires a great deal of skill. In addition to responding in each moment, this team has taken on the daily struggle of reducing suspensions at Broadway. Not an easy task. It requires helping shift the staff in their mindset on how they deal with challenging students and leading the building in this effort in a very difficult time. We could not be making the progress that Broadway is seeing without each and every member of this team. Our students are better off every day because of each one of the team. The Broadway leadership team set a goal of reducing suspensions in 2020. The team of first responders are where the rubber meets the road, as they say. And in their efforts, They have managed to reduce by 2/3 the number of in-school suspensions and 1/3 the number of out-of-school suspensions. Tremendous work. Work has to be done every single day and in every single situation. And the team does this work beautifully. It requires preparation and hard work with students and their parents. It requires trust, great communication, knowledge about trauma, and the ability to be calm in the face of great stress and very difficult demands. This team is honest, talented, innovative, and dedicated to doing their best for Broadway students every day. Ladies, thank you very much and congratulations on your recognition.
Our next award, Mr. Dingus. Mr. Dingus, you are muted.
Much better if you could hear it, right? In the certificated category, Heidi Downey from Green Acres Middle School. On August 26, 1 week before the beginning of the 2019-20 school year, Heidi Downey was offered a teaching position that included transitioning and creating a comprehensive instructional program at Green Acres Middle School. The job included 4 students over the normal limit of 8, as well as only 3 of 9 classified staff members committed to the classroom. In addition to staffing and time challenges, she was under contract elsewhere. She wasn't sure if they would let her go. She stood inspecting 2 classrooms, one that was under construction, adding a bathroom, the other stacked to the ceiling with boxes that hadn't been touched since they were dropped there sometime over the summer. I'm not gonna be able to imitate this next part very well, but with a slight smile, head turned up, looking at the boxes and eyelids fluttering, she said, "It won't be easy, but with support and time, I think we can do this." This was only the beginning of the champion Heidi would be for the CI program. Her team includes 9 aides, an interpreter, an occupational therapist, and a physical therapist. Heidi must juggle 12 individual educational plans with a large staff that needs an hour a day of breaks and lunch times. The challenges have been numerous, from 4 months of trying to fill educational assistant positions to adjusting daily schedules when the program is missing staff. She communicates daily with all her parents. Each of her students are unique. They are challenged sharing their day. So Heidi must ensure that parents know how their students' day has gone every day. Through it all, Heidi has been the advocate for her students. She knows that academics and life skills, as well as social and emotional growth, are so important, and so is the ability for her students to be included as a member of their community. And thank you very much, Heidi, for all your work last year in this.
Our next award is a team award, and it goes to the Middle School ELA Pilot Committee. This group of committed teachers have been devoted to a 3-year process to support the successful implementation of our new middle school ELA curriculum. That has required deep diving into research on literacy, critiquing, and evaluating materials, followed by the pilots in each classroom. As a group, they maintain very much in professionalism as they made their decisions. They provide ongoing encouragement and day-to-day support for their colleagues. They've given each approximately 140 plus hours in the committee work alone. Because of their work, our middle school kids are devouring books and writing up a storm, building upon great skills from K-5 through our middle school kids are becoming thoughtful and proficient readers and writers for the future. There's a whole team here. You have Martha, Sandra, Jordan, Nicole, Melanie, Todd, Nicole, Amy, Brandy, Susha, Erica, James, Lisa, Tim, Monica, Nicole, Haley, Allie, Andrea, Stacy, Corinne, David, Michelle, Lisa, Eva, and Stephanie. Thank you one and all for what you've done for our children. Our next award will be presented by Misty.
Next slide, please. Oh, great. So I have the honor of recognizing Mr. Eric Flodine. Eric is a science teacher at Central Valley High School, and he was nominated by a couple colleagues and a parent. So there's some really wonderful things that we can say from the nominations that he received. But I think the one that sort of sums it up for me is he makes science fun. On any given day, you can find his students dropping eggs, shooting rockets, or using Hot Wheel tracks to launch things. He makes the learning approachable and applicable. You can often find him solving problems with his students and exploring their questions side by side. Mr. Flodine truly encourages students to challenge their own thinking by creating a safe learning environment. Another colleague talked about the fact that Mr. Flodine was a head referee for the annual VEX robotics tournament at Spokane Valley Tech, and he was a key volunteer in a very high visibility leadership position. He said, as we are a state qualifier event, Mr. Flodine was asked to become certified as a head referee for this year's event. He has in past years as well, and he takes the personal time and energy to complete the online training to certify. The student experience is so much more positive because of him, and he is fully versed in the rules and how to manage the competition area and keep the event moving at a comfortable, competitive pace. Throughout the day, Mr. Flodine demonstrated graciousness and professionalism to every student, parent, and volunteer he encountered. And the parent also talked about her son being a senior and that he didn't actually have to take physics or any other science class, but he'd heard what a great teacher Mr. Flodine was. So he signed up out of interest and intrigue. I started to say fatigue, intrigue. Mr. Flodine piqued our son's interest in learning about a different type of science, one that really questioned laws, gravity, and the idea of learning something abstract rather than concrete. As a parent and a teacher, I have been more than impressed with Mr. Flodine's willingness to go the extra mile and help his students truly understand the material, even during finals week. We are incredibly lucky to have Mr. Eric Flodine as a member of the CV staff. Thanks for all that you do.
Misty, will you present the next award too?
So I would also like to recognize Jen Hurst from Liberty Lake Elementary School. This person wrote that programs in Central Valley School District cannot run smoothly without the organization and support from leaders willing to step up and help out. That's so true. When CVSD was looking for an Active for Youth director, it was an easy choice to have Jen Hurst fill this role. Jen not only helped lead Liberty Lake Elementary as a coach, but she organized all of the coaches' meetings, cross-country events, meets, and the Active for Youth fundraiser auction. Liberty Lake had over 175 students who participated and 42 qualified for All Valley. Jen Hurst's dedication to CVSD and the Active for Youth program has led many students to love running. She organizes and runs the Fit for Bloomsday program for CVSD, and this program again allows many students across the district to run before or after school. Jen's love for students, the CVSD community, and running does not go unnoticed. We are thankful and appreciative of all the time and dedication she shows. Jen, thank you so much for all you do for Central Valley and for your students.
Our next award, Dr. Clark has joined us, Cindy, I think. He says he's there. Okay. Mrs. McMullen, would you please step in for Dr. Clark?
My honor. So the next It's a group that we are honoring, and they are from our community. This is the Knights of Columbus of St. Mary's Church, led by their fearless leader, Greg Hansen. This year, St. Mary's Knights of Columbus Council 4196 of the Spokane Valley blessed children in the Central Valley School District with the gift of a brand new coat. Through members and parish fundraising, the Knights of Columbus purchased 583 coats for Central Valley School District students. 5 of our 30% free and reduced lunch elementary schools, the Early Learning Center, and 3 of our middle schools with over 30% free and reduced lunch received the coats. In the fall, the Knights of Columbus reached out to the district because they knew that the community had a need. They knew many families in the district face financial challenges where a warm, well-fitting, and maybe even trendy coat was an economic impossibility. While new and trendy obviously isn't crucial, there is something about providing a child with a coat that only they have worn, that fits well and looks well, and they can wear it proudly on the playground. This is a self-esteem boost to those that need it the most. Because of their generosity and the rare ability to recognize a need and a willingness to address that need, almost 600 students in our school district were warmer during the winter. And hundreds of CVSD families had one less financial burden to worry about. Many, many thanks to the Knights of Columbus of St. Mary's Parish. Thank you, gentlemen, for all you do.
Cindy, would you remain on and do your next award?
Yes, thank you. My next award, or the one that I would love to say that I'm giving it, but the whole district is giving it, but I get to announce it. And that is the Primetime Mentors from Opportunity Elementary School. That would be Shirley Rohrbach, Christy Hine, Mike Vlavich, Corlin Luth, Yolanda Young, Connor Stevenson, Dennis Johnson, Daryl Millsap, Spencer Millsap, Jet Millsap, and Darlene Sizer. And I think we may have an addition to the Millsap group that has joined us online today. The nomination reads as follows. The Primetime Mentors are matched one-on-one with a student, and they meet with them weekly throughout the school year. The mentors are here to build a relationship with the student and to be positive adult role models. It has been amazing to watch how the students look forward to seeing their mentors each week, and how they don't want to miss school, especially on the days when the mentors are coming. Their involvement greatly impacts the students' self-esteem and gives them an opportunity to build healthy relationships. Having mentors at Opportunity has helped so many students to be successful in their classrooms. Watching the kids' excitement to see their mentor and have someone who checks in with them, plays games with them, and just talks about life with them has been such a positive thing for Opportunity. The Primetime Mentors make such a big impact simply by showing up each week. Thank you to all of you for all you give to these students.
Our final award tonight goes to a classified employee, Tanya Conklin. She is a remarkable and invaluable employee to the Central Valley School District, and everyone has benefited from her expertise. She is a public information assistant, PACE coordinator for CVSD, and also a PACE board member. She not only facilitates our PACE awards here in the district, she's also integral in putting together the Valley PACE Awards. as well as doing all the Pace Valley newsletter communications. She goes out of her way to assist others, and she is often affectionately called the Excel Magic Queen. She has supported CVSD's transportation department, and she knows from her own perspective as a parent how important it is to communicate with specifically affected parents on bus routes rather than the entire school. During the last several winters, she has worked with the Firefighters Union, the Knights of Columbus to coordinate getting over thousands of coats donated to our schools for the students in need. She is an incredible asset to our team and the district, and her solution-oriented can-do attitude is appreciated by everyone. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us, Tanya. We appreciate it. That concludes our awards tonight. And I'm going to blow it, so Mr. Ben Small, can you help me with your quote? A community is known by the school it keeps. Thank you. Without each and every one of you, we would not be as successful. So like Marla says, nothing can dim the light that shines from within. You are our light. Thank you one and all for attending tonight.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thanks so much.